Oh, hey, hey. So, hello guys, we are here today on the fourth leg from our flight to Brazil and Bonanza. We are here at the airport of Bebancula, and from the shaking on the aircraft you can already see how our weather is today, right? So, as we look here, as we can see here on our Navigraph charts, the weather is today pretty much it could maybe even worse than it was on our last flight, but yeah, we will be then today flying to the Faroe Islands, and we pretty much don't have any chance of diverting, so we just have to hope that everything goes as we expect to. So I have just set the aircraft here so we can have everything as we need to. So let me turn the avionics here first on. I have to set the Unicom since today we will be pretty much flying on by ourselves. So let's hear flight plan catalog. Yeah, that's pretty much activate. Yes. Okay, so everything is pretty much set for now. We will check the arrival later. Everything is also set here for now. I want to set the bearing like that. Okay. So let's turn the pitot heat on, and then let's check our fuel for today, because we don't want to be able to get out of fuel when flying as it happens in the last time. So our fuel for today should be 181. So let me check here the EFP really fast, so we can set our fuel pretty much around here. Yeah, I think that should be enough, because if we have to divert for some reason, then it will be easier for us to do that like this. So let's turn the aircraft on. Actually, we will first see if the GSX works here, and then we can first push back and then we'll depart later.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Since this airport has no standard departure procedure, then we will firstly just take off, then make a right turn and fly towards the next waypoint, and then we will just fly straight ahead towards our objective. It would be, yeah, we can see the route here, so let's make a right turn, then like 180, and then we fly towards EGPL, and then we fly straight. If we can see pretty around and it's not so IFR, then we can just fly maybe straight here, and then intercept the route around here, but I am not so sure how that's going to work. When I started to plan the flight earlier today, our airport was VFR, but now it is already MVFR, so it could be that when we arrive there we will have to do something different, like from the visual approach. So when we want the nose to the left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Brakes are Release.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by starting engines until push is completed and brakes are set.
That's too much procedure for a guy pushing it. What the hell is happening? What's happening? What the hell? No, stop, man. What's going on? Okay, now it's working. I don't know what happened, but yeah, okay. It seems like it's raining now. Yeah, it just started raining. This pushback is not working, man. I'm not even sure if we should be flying with these conditions, but I'm gonna risk it and see what happens. So I believe that we could start the engine. Yeah. Okay, in the end it worked, so yeah, okay. We need to set the parking brakes. They will tell us to do it. It's good enough, man. It's okay. Stop here, yes. Set parking brakes.
Please set parking brakes.
Park brakes are set. Okay, let's now start the engine. Okay, we have pretty much everything as we would need to now. Cold flap should be open.
Unlocking the nose gear.
The winds are crazy. I think it's really even worse than last day when we were here. And the clouds are also really low.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, then let's start the engine.
Clear prop!
Engine is started, so what is that? Okay, the engine is started, and now there's a truck that went through me. Okay, so taxi lights are on and alternator is on now. Everything is set and our taxi should be pretty much straight ahead. Let's see here in the charts. Taxi. Yeah, we are here. We should just taxi straight ahead and then take off on the runway 24. But the charts are saying we shouldn't be taxiing from this taxiway in front of us, and it should be correct. If that's correct, then we pushed off from the wrong direction. So I think I'm gonna have to go through the runway. So let's make a 180 here. And I wonder why, but my my rudder pedals don't make the aircraft turn really a really sharp turn. That should be something with the sensitivity actually, but I'm gonna leave it like that for now because I really prefer to being able to steer the aircraft when we're flying than when we're on the ground. Being on the ground is not so important. So yeah, let's taxi. When I get to the runway, then I will call Unicom to give information, but there shouldn't be anyone around here. We are pretty much on the edge of the world almost. Bebankula traffic, Papa 75 Juliet is backtracking, runway 06 will take off from 24 and depart north. Bebankula traffic. So let's just go into the runway here. I'm gonna turn the strobe lights on. Yeah, we just have to taxi all the way to the end of the runway and then we can take off. I could also take off from with tailwind, but I don't think that should be a really good idea because the winds are today really strong. I also have to do something here to see. Are really heavy, maybe too heavy. I may have done something wrong here. The wheel is really pushing us to the side here. I wonder if we will even be able to take off. I have the full aileron to the right here, into the wind. Every time I open this thing here, we get a lot of lag and stuttering. Okay, I really believe that should be enough. Then let's just make a U-turn here and I should have done something wrong here, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so should be better. Did I break the aircraft? Not yet. So let's just pretend that didn't happen. That didn't happen. So let's make a turn here since we have some ground outside the runway, and then let's take off. Bebankula traffic, Papa 75 Juliet is taking off runway 24. So let's go full mixture and full propeller. I will also turn the landing lights on. Light over there, maybe that's an aircraft, hopefully not. So okay, let's go center line here and power on. Okay, you're up. Let's keep flying just like that. We need to be at 110, so a little bit higher. Okay. Keep climbing, keep climbing. When we get to 150, 500, then I will make a U-turn. So yeah, right now. Yeah, this should be okay. Not too much bank. The aircraft is like diving to the right here. I'm pushing the aircraft to the other side. That's pretty much IFR. I can see anything. Yeah, we have to turn all the other way around, so it should be around 140 degree. 140, maybe, or 40. Just keep going like that. Let's push the picture to ideal. Propeller a little bit back. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Yes, and that should be okay for now. Now let's just climb straight forward. I'm gonna climb today to 10,000 at least, I think. Okay, and that's pretty much IFR. I should climb a little bit faster. Let's keep it like that. Nose down. Just a little bit. So we can accelerate. And the mixture should come back also a little bit. That seems okay. At least for now. XC lights on, off. Just keep going like that. We have a lot of tailwind again, so this flight should be faster than we expected. We are flying manually. We will keep flying manually at least to 10,000 feet. Then later on we can then switch to the autopilot. So let's try to go straight into the nav here, like that. Yeah, maybe add some trim. Okay, that seems okay, seems good. Seems actually too much now. Okay, now let's level off. Yeah, that seems okay. I need to set let's set here 10,000, and I need to set the altimeter to standard. This is exactly. Let's just keep flying like that for now until we get to 10,000. That is really cloudy. It is really cloudy. Let's leave our altimeter, our transponder like that for now. That shouldn't be so much of a problem. I'm gonna get back into the nav here, so we can guide ourselves better. We are climbing a little bit too low. I don't know which would be the specific word for this occasion, because we are climbing faster than we should, but we are also slower than we should, so not ideal, I would say. Left until 40. Yeah, like that. The nose going a little bit low now, and mixture back. Let's climb into 10,000. Hopefully there's no one around. that seems good enough. We are reaching 10,000, so I'm gonna turn the autopilot on now. Altitude and nav. And the FLC should be at 110, but let's set here 250 knot, 250 RPM. Yes, exactly. And we climbed to 10,000, but I believe that shouldn't be enough for today, so I'm gonna climb. I am gonna climb a little bit more, so I believe I will be climbing to around what happened, but that's okay. Right here by parapet. I think I'm gonna climb to 13. 13 should be okay. Then let's go FLC and let's climb at 120. Yeah, 120. That seems good enough for now. Just keep climbing like that, and off we go to the North Sea. Hopefully we will have a good visual when we get there to land, so we don't have to navigate really bad as we had in the last time. We have here, we will be landing at runway 24. We'll be landing at runway 24, and then no, actually we will be landing at runway 30. So runway 30 does have an ILS. I don't believe that, but yes, there is an ILS for runway 30. So I believe we should be using the ILS or Victor, something like that. So let's check here. Select approach and let's go with the ILS Zulu. Let's see how that is. No, ILS Victor. Yeah, that's what we want to do. So let's set this to the route. Yeah, so with the minimums will be, let's just check the weather first. So the airport weather today is open airport weather. We have clouds at 29er. Yeah, not so bad, but we have winds gusting to 42. That should also be a problem. And it is overcast at 27, so it could maybe raining. It's cloud. It's really cold. I'm gonna turn the propeller de-ice also on. And we are almost arriving at the set altitude. and the minimum should be 1360, so I believe that will be good enough for us. Yeah, so let's set it into the aircraft now. So let's come here, flight plan, actually procedures. Let's select our approach and we will go ILS Victor, transition Sudur. Yes, transition Sudur, the minimums are on and they should be 1340. Actually I'm gonna set the 640. 640, and then let's go activate. Yes, okay, everything is set. Now we have to set the nav, should be 110.3, it's already set. Okay, and the ILS here, we need the DME, that is also set. The transition altitude will be 7500. I'm gonna turn now the timer, so enter, that is also set now. We have our mixture set to the proper selection. Now let me set the range a little bit far away, and then now let's fly straight into Sudur, so that will make for us a little bit faster. So flight plan, click on it, let's go to Sudur and then direct activate. Yes, Bebankula traffic Papa 75 Juliet is flying direct Sudur. So we have 1 hour to be flying straight ahead with 66 knots of tailwind actually, and I believe we could still climb. Let's climb 1000 feet more just to see what happens. So let's climb, and I want to climb at 125, should be enough for now. Yes, just like that, and then just climb and see what happens. When we have just managed to break through the clouds. We have a 777 here flying through top of us, but it is at 6,000 feet. We will not be able to see him by no means. But that's it, we are going into the North Sea now. Everything is properly set as it should. Mixture is coming back a little bit more. We are climbing really nice and slow as we need to. So we'll just keep flying like that for now. Just keep flying like that for now, and then later on when we are able to be ready to descend, then we will brief again to see what then will happen. So this airport that we're flying now seems to be a little bit more sophisticated than this one that we were, because it has an ILS, and I suppose that some jets fly also there, so it seems to be a little bit more sophisticated than this one that we were. And we are almost reaching our last land part here. After that will be just us in the sea until we get to our next destination. I don't believe we could climb it any more than that because our manifold intake pressure is showing that we are already on the edge. So I don't even know if that should be safe. That could not be safe, but yeah, what do I know? Let's keep it like that for now. That should be off. That should be closed, but that doesn't make any difference for us here. Let's turn the cabin heater on because it seems to be really cold at the moment here. I really believe that we have the traffic on and we are flying at 220 knots. I don't even know if this aircraft is supposed to be flying at this speed. Should 12, should 20 should be maximum. We are almost at maximum speed. After that, I believe that we are not supposed to be flying. But how does that work? Because the indicated airspeed is showing that we are flying at 133. So maybe are in relation to the correlation to this to the airspeed here. We are 133 and then it's safe to fly in this speed. I think that would be a problem if we were flying at this speed in relation to the air and not to the ground. Yeah, but I'm just assuming that. I don't have no idea. Yeah, we are arriving at the end of the world here. Not pretty much the end, but we are just shy of it. I wonder what you guys would find better, if I would always fly during the daytime, or should I be flying like this using the real time and real weather? Real weather wouldn't change at all, but the real time I could change. I can only fly during daytime during weekends because during the work days, like during the week, I have many other things to do, and here in Europe now in winter the day just ends really early, so there's nothing we can do about it. If I would do this series in August or something like that, maybe July, then the day would really be really longer. But then when I got to Mexico and then to Venezuela and so on, then we would not be able to fly during the daytime anyways, because the time zone is really different from where we are now, and also in South America or in the other hemisphere it would be winter anyway, so that wouldn't make any difference at all. Something else that I also believe is that we will not fly. We will not be flying over Venezuela. I think that we will be coming towards the east coast from the USA, and then we will descend maybe in the Caribbeans, and then we will go straight into northeast of Brazil, and then go descending south until we get to my city. We won't be going anywhere close to the west in Brazil, like Amazonas or anything like that. That could be something for another story, like another series, maybe flying through Brazil in a Cessna or in something like that, or maybe flying around the world but going to the other side first, like going. We would have to check the ranges, but maybe I could find a proper aircraft that has range or the reach to fly first to the edge of Canada, and then we could go fly to the west towards the other continent, even though I really strongly don't believe that. Yeah, maybe if we go to the edge of the United States or Canada, we can fly and reach Russia, but I don't believe so. I think that's pretty far away. My plan today was to fly straight into Iceland, but we don't have range for that. Then I decided to go first to the Faroe Islands because that's in between, and then we can refuel and then fly safely and not risk like getting out of fuel somewhere in the middle of the road here, because there is no road at all. There's just sea and nothing else. We have to change the fuel here because we have already used one fuel, almost all. Then we have to go to the other one. '68 non-stop crosswind is crazy. Tailwind. There are some aircrafts arriving. So let me show here. There are some aircrafts that are arriving at our airport here. We are flying here today towards the Echo Kilo Victor Golf, and then after that we will fly towards the Iceland, even though I don't believe that we'll be flying there today. The sun setting. Sadly we can't see it because of the clouds, and I strongly believe that when we arrive there, the airport will be really good illuminated, since we have a narrow body aircraft flying there. So it is expected that it should be a decent runway and taxiway, and the charts should also be updated and good. So yeah, that's what I at least expect. We still have 40 minutes, but today should be a shorter flight than usual. Shouldn't be so exhaustive for our pilot in question today. As mentioned, that should be I. The guy could come online, right? From the Iceland control. He said he always comes online around 20 in the evening, but we would still need one more hour for that. We have around maybe we have around maybe 1 hour to go. That shouldn't be enough, I believe. And when we arrive at Sudur, we should already be at 4,000 feet. So I believe that somewhere here before we get there, we should already start descending. So I think I'm gonna leave it like that. So when we get to the TOD over there, that would be Tango Oscar Delta, then we know we still have 1,100 nautical miles to go. And our tracking is saying that we should be flying at the heading 001, so that would be pretty much north to get to our next objective, but the aircraft is flying at 346, so that's 25 degrees offset to the left because of the wind. That's crazy. I have to admit that the fuel I pretty much have not understood that yet. So I'm just setting more than I think should be enough from the Simbri flight plan, and then I'm trying to see with how much fuel we get there, so I can learn to understand how the fuel works. Because when it shows 20 gallons, what would that be then? When the flight plan tells me that I need 181, so that would mean that I have twice as much already, and then when I have bought even more, then that's way too much, and maybe we are wasting fuel because we are flying heavier than needed. Yeah, that could be, even though I have no clue at all. Sometimes we can see the ground and sometimes we cannot. we shouldn't forget that when we arrive to our ILS, we have to switch the navigation to the localizer, because if we do not do that, the aircraft will not follow the localizer and it will just keep flying like it is. It has no idea where to go. We are flying at 215 nautical knots, so that means if we had it headwind, then we would probably take like 2.5 hours to fly this same flight that we're flying now, or the same route, to be more precise. So that's good. That can be better off. And we are planning to land on the runway 30, but then we would just fly 46 degrees to the left. Then we will have a really strong crosswind from the left side, I believe. It could be today worse than the last landing. Let's see how we will be able to do this time. Last time I could land in the first try, if no go around. Maybe this time it will be different. No, I don't think so. I will be able to do it again. You have to believe it. If you don't believe it, then who will? So in Brazil we never have ATC. In the United States we do have ATC. Then we will, after we fly to Iceland, we have to fly to another airport in Iceland, and then after that I have to find a airport in Greenland. Then we will probably have to fly to another airport in Greenland, and then maybe another one, and then after that then we can cross into Montreal in Canada. And then yeah, I think that we should have another 5 or 6 legs until we can get to the United States. Then we may have to fly another 2 or 3 routes until we get to Miami, and then from Miami we can fly into Cuba. I don't think I will be flying to Cuba. I think I will fly to Nassau, then we fly to San Salvador, then we fly to Turks and Caicos, then we can fly to Punta Cana, then we can go to the right here and go flying all the islands that are there until we get to the Guianas. So yeah, that would be Punta Cana. Then we can go into Rafael Hernandez. Then we go into San Martin, and then we can go descending. There are many islands here. After we go through all those islands, then we can go into the Guiana, and then we arrive in the north of Brazil already. No, actually we have to fly through Venezuela. That I just said that we wouldn't fly into Venezuela. And after Venezuela, then we probably fly into the Guyana. After the Guyana, then we fly into Manaus. Then in Manaus we can fly through above the Rio Amazonas, and then after Rio Amazonas we can start. We fly to the east first, I believe. We can fly first to Cuiabá in Mato Grosso, then we can descend into Bonito in Minas Gerais. Then we can descend to after Bonito, then we fly into Iguaçu maybe, but that's really far away. I don't know if we'll be able to do that. And then we can fly to Jaguaruna, yeah, maybe. So yeah, we have yet to do at least 20 flights, something like that, maybe more. It will depend how the weather will be behaving when we get there. So we still have 38 minutes, and now we are arriving the TOD on the 100 miles mark, so we have yet to go 100 miles and 37 minutes until there, and that should be a 28 minutes until the top of descent. So we will fly from where we are now until the TOD in 28 minutes. That's at least what the G1000 is telling us. I believe we can believe him. And now the sun is almost completely down, or set, as you like. So there is nothing much else we can see, and we also are flying completely into the clouds here, so we can't see anything anyway. I really don't believe that's idea, flying always into the cloud like that. But I can at least give signal to someone if there's someone coming in front of me. So our taxi light shows us below, so it can illuminate our nose wheel and also the ground, and our landing light then illuminates in front of us. So when we are taking off, we should be doing that, and I believe that when we are landing we should also be doing that. The nav lights, it would be crazy if we flew like that, because no one would be able to see us. Strobe lights working. Yeah. So the sun is pretty much trying to set, but it won't. I don't know, I believe here in this part of the world the sun will never come completely up and then never go completely down in this time of the year, and then when it's summer then it will never go down fully. So it should be probably like 6 months of sun and then 6 months of darkness. Yeah, I don't mean like 6 months of completely darkness, but they should be really short. Here where I live in Germany, when it's top winter, maybe in December and January until the first or second week of January, when it's 4 hours in the afternoon, it's completely dark. So I believe that when you go even more to the north, then it should be worse. Maybe that would be the logic. Sadly, we are completely surrounded by clouds now, so we can't see anything at all. I wonder how would that feel if we were flying in real life, because we only have the sea below us. We wouldn't be able to glide if we had to come back or to divert somewhere, so we would literally have no chance. We would have just to pray and keep praying and to hope that the aircraft would not get any sort of failure, and just be able to keep the engine running until we get there. So it would be probably in some ways a lot of trust in yourself and in the machine, and it would be at the same time maybe a little bit of anxiety. I believe that we would start hearing like weird noises that you don't normally hear, and you would start like seeing that a screw in the wing is not really fixed as it should be, or you would start hearing like the pistons in the engine are starting to crack or do something different than normal. And yeah, that would be something interesting to feel at least once. I think now I can bring the range a little bit closer. Let's bring it even more closer like that, so it's better. And we still have 22 minutes until the top of descent, and now the turbulences are kicking in. And as we are flying more to the north, we are having even more tailwind. So we are now with 86 knots of tailwind. Can you believe that? Yeah, so what I said before is really what happens. We have 166 of our total airspeed, should be around here in the velocimeter, speedometer, and we are indicating 223 knots of ground speed. That's because we are 14,000 feet above sea level, and then the air here is a little bit thinner, and then we can fly faster. So yeah, I believe that we would have a problem if the speedometer here would be showing at 220, then that would be a problem. But I believe like that shouldn't be a problem at all, because this 220 wouldn't have no direct influence into the aircraft structure. I believe, at least. I am not quite sure. So let me see something here. We can't see ourselves. That's awesome. We can't do anything actually. Let's try again. No, 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 no. No, it isn't working. So okay, anyways, we will arrive here at 4,000, and we fly to the right, make a left turn, and then we fly straight into runway 30. I believe that we could come from Sudur straight into VG904. If we don't have traffic. If we have traffic, then that wouldn't be so smart at all, and maybe doing something different would be better. I will check it when we get closer. I don't know why, but we can select anything here now. This game sometimes just does what it wants. Just won't work. I have to check it anyway. Yeah, so will be 4000 and then FG VG907 still 4000 and then VG904 we start descending at 500 feet per minute more or less. And here it's here is airspace Gulf, so we will be flying as we wish here. We just have to coordinate with people. So the charts here for this approach are saying to expect at least moderate turbulences, and then they could also turn into severe turbulences. And when flying close to the fjords it should be even worse, and as we are flying into a really small aircraft and we have today like 20, we should be having around, let me see here, we should be having around 24, yeah, like 32 knots of crosswind, so that should be something to remember. Hopefully we will have the clouds broken so we can see the runway. If we can see the runway, I don't think we will be able to do that, but we can't also divert to anywhere, so it's really crazy what we're doing today. If we won't be able to divert to anywhere or anything, then I will just change the weather and then we can land playing God a little bit. I believe that we have clouds above us, and then we have clouds below us, and we are in between. And there we can see the sunshine, the sunset actually. And I think that we have clouds on top of us because I can see any stars. And if we look there, then we can see the clouds. And below us, I believe the clouds are broken. I can't really say for sure. Yeah, there we can see the stars. Yeah, we are just flying between the stars here. In the clouds actually. So we in the end found a really good spot here at this altitude. Let's just keep flying like that for now. And how much time do we still have until the top of descent? 12 minutes. Yeah, that shouldn't take long now. You have 79 miles into Sudur, and then we will start having the turbulences, I believe. So that would be 78 plus 80, 85, 95, 104, 103, 105. Yeah. We have maybe 130 miles to go, but I believe when we start descending, then it's almost go time, so shouldn't take long now. Yeah, we are getting there, and now we have 100 knots of tailwind. I'm starting to worry. That couldn't be normal. It shouldn't be normal. Yeah, I don't know. we can get even closer now. At 8 minutes. That's crazy, man. We are flying almost at the speed of a A320. I think that if we dropped our flaps now, the aircraft would disintegrate either, or even the gear. We have minus 14 degrees Celsius. That's not so cold as expected. And we're starting to see the clouds again now. So maybe the sky will be clean when we get there. I don't know. I believe that the weather is deteriorating, and with this strong wind in that direction, maybe when we get there, maybe the clouds will also be there with us. They may be following us since Bebenkula. So we have 25 miles now to our top of descent. We are starting to see land again in front of us, even though we wouldn't even be able to glide there if we had to do a crash landing or something. But we can already see some land in front of us, and that's a relief. There's actually another airport there, so or oh, I don't think so. I think that's just a waypoint. There's no one else arriving there, only us. But there will be some lines flying past us in a moment. We will of course not be able to see them since they are really far, way higher than us. Have 2 minutes until our top of descent. I'm already prepared it, so I can just hit the VS button after, and then we can start descending. I will descend at 400 feet per minute. Our nav has yet to find its way. I believe it will come live when we have 100 miles to go. We are flying even more offset now, almost 30 degrees. Bye. No. Yeah, shouldn't be long now. 45 seconds. I'm gonna wait until we hit really the spot, and then I'm going to start descending. We have just gotten to the Iceland Fear, so if the guy came online now, we would be already having someone to talk to. So we got there. Now let's start descending, and I have to pull the power a little bit back, because if I don't do that, then we will start flying at 300 knots, and that's not ideal. That's not what we want. I'm gonna pull the propeller a little bit back here so we don't accelerate. Yeah, like that seems ideal for now. And we will probably go back into the clouds. I wonder why. I wonder why our nav still hasn't found its way. Maybe when we get there it's completely open and then we can just find ourselves in our way into the runway, but if it isn't, then it will be a hard day for us. I think we are still accelerating. I have to pull the propeller a little bit more back. And still 91 knots of tailwind. How was that airport? How is this airport called? Vágar. How would you say that? Vágar. Yeah, Vágar. Vágar traffic. Papa 75 Juliet. We are on the approach here for runway 30. We are a prop airplane flying really slow, just for information if there's someone in the vicinity for coordination. Papa 75 Juliet. So we now have made ourselves heard, so if there's anyone close to us here, they will let us know. If there isn't anyone, then we can just go inland safely. We are pretty much there. Almost. Shouldn't take long now. I really believe that we will be diving into the clouds again. Nav is 110. Let me see here something. Auxiliary system setup. Yeah, so the fuel is gallons, so we have actually 400 gallons. That's pretty much more than we would need for real. So here's the import information. We are flying above many things here. Actually, we still have 2 minutes to go until the start of the arrival procedure. And the procedure here. Actually, everything is set as it should. There's nothing we can do. Or there is nothing that we have to do actually. Everything is set as it should. There's nothing we can do more. I'm gonna turn the landing lights on since we are below it. We are going to cross 10,000 in a moment. Everything seems pretty good. Now we are descending and the jet stream is starting to get a little bit weaker. Not quite, but weaker somehow. we will now make a right turn and then we will get even more tailwind. And I wonder why now the turbulences have started. And we are back in the clouds. We can't see anything again as expected, and our DME is not working. Now it's working. We have 27 miles to go. That shouldn't take long, and I believe I'm gonna go straight into VG 980, so 980 direct. Vágar traffic, Papa 75 Juliet is going from Sudur direct into Victor Golf 980. So we are making a right turn here towards the waypoint. Yeah, just like that. Not bad at all. This seems to be going to be a very interesting ending. So we have the ILS Nav 1 that is set. Everything is set for now. The DME mode is Nav 1, that is set. Okay. Now we have 247 knots now. Oh boy. Let's put the propeller back. Propeller won't come back. Too much pressure. Maybe if I pull the power back. Yeah, if I pull the power back, then it will decelerate a little bit. I really think that the final I will have to fly it manually all the way into the ground, because the winds will be crazy, and if I don't come really offset from the start, then I will overshoot the runway to one side. That's probably what's going to happen. That's what happened the last time. We were flying almost 90 degrees to the runway, like perpendicular, and anyway, and just like, even though I just had to really fight to bring the aircraft to the left as we to align into the runway, and also yeah, that's it. That's what I was wanting to say. We have to set the altimeter back and then bring it into the proper settings. Let me just confirm that what we did now is correct. So weather here is QNH 989er, so even less exactly. That's a really low pressure system here, and the turbulences have already started. We are seeing some clouds here below us. I'm gonna turn both on. And we are breaking the clouds now. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so after we do this turn, then I will change the GPS to the ILS, so we can find ourselves a runway better. I think I can get closer now. That's a really big turn. We are already in the Faroe Islands. We flew pretty much straight up. I am not sure if we will be able to fly with this aircraft into the Iceland. Yeah, maybe. We are almost finishing the curve, or the turn, as you wish. Let me see if I can change it now, if it's working. Yeah, now it's working again. So we will be landing at the 30, and then we will be making the only exit to the right here into the apron. Runway's groove. What does that mean? Okay, so we are almost there. We're already getting into the final. Yeah, we are almost on the localizer, so let's go for it. Vágar traffic, Papa 75 Juliet has 12 miles final for runway 30. So let's change it to the localizer, just like that, exactly. And then I believe we have 54 knots of crosswind. Boy, oh boy. And we can't see anything, that's awesome. Okay, we are now on final. I have to pull the propeller back. How are we supposed to decelerate? Yeah, we have to decelerate now. We are already on the ILS. The propeller is all back. Yeah, we still have to descend a little bit. That is a lot of turbulence. Oh boy, we have to descend more. Okay, we have full mixture. We have to descend faster. Yeah, let's keep shooting the approach here, but I don't believe we will be able to see anything here. So we have to keep descending. Let's keep descending. Keep descending, keep descending. descending. Okay, I can see the runway, so let's fly it manually now. Yeah, we are flying manually with 52 knots of crosswind. I'm gonna do it. Let's go, guys. We are still really far away, but we are really high. We have to get down a little bit. And now we are getting into it. Let me go a bit more to the left, to the right, like that. That seems okay. Let me take the armrest here like we would be doing in real life. The propeller is full forward. The mixture is full forward. The cowl flaps are all open. We are on the glide now. We have to stop descending a little bit. Let me put a little bit trim here. Yeah, that seems okay. You have to go a little bit slower, I believe. The wind is completely perpendicular to the runway. Vágar traffic, Papa 75 Juliet, 5 miles from runway 30. Let's go flaps 1. I think we have to put a little bit more off rudder, maybe like that, so we can fly to the side here because the aircraft is just not going. Let me put in some more power. Oh. I can't do it. That's crazy. Whoa, what's happening? Let's go gear down. Okay, gear down. Where's the runway? Okay, so now the wind has let us come a little bit more. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, we got this. Let's go. We got this. We're a little bit high. We got this. Everything seems okay. Speed, the altitude is coming now better. Yeah, that's okay. We are now low, and now we are stalling. Let's see what we will be able to do here. Oh boy, that's crazy. And we have landed into Vágar Airport. Oh man, that was crazy. Let's put the propeller back here. And let's take the exit here to the right. We have a lot of crosswind, so let's take it like that. Let's take the exit here. Let's put the mixture a little bit back. Vágar traffic, Papa 75 Juliet has vacated runway 30. Okay, landing lights can come off and the strobe lights also. Let's just park here somewhere and then call it a day. There are many big aircrafts here. I wonder how would it be how would it feel to land a park here behind this sky, because why not? I do what I want. So fuel is out and the key is also out. Let's set the parking brakes. Taxi light should come off, beacon light also. And then yeah, that's it for today. So okay guys, we have landed, and then I see you in the next one, flying to Iceland. See you, bye.